She didn't leave because you weren't good enough. She left because you were too good, too available, too consistent, too easy to predict. And that's the part nobody talks about. Because in every relationship where a man gave everything he had, called when he said he would, showed up early, remembered every detail, made her the center of his world, somewhere along the way, she started to feel less, not more. Less. That's not a coincidence. That's a pattern. And if you've ever felt that gut punch of doing everything right and still watching someone pull away, this video is going to change the way you see yourself, relationships, and frankly, your entire identity as a man. Here's what most men believe. If I'm loyal enough, patient enough, selfless enough, she'll feel it, she'll recognize it, she'll choose me. That belief? It's costing you everything. Attraction is not a reward for effort. Attraction is a response to perception. And the man who pours himself completely into a woman before she's earned that level of access isn't showing love. He's showing fear. Fear of losing her. Fear of not being enough. And women don't stay with men they're afraid to lose. They stay with men they respect. Think about the last time you were genuinely excited about something. A person, an idea, an experience. Was it something handed to you without effort? Or was it something that made you work a little, wonder a little, want a little more? The psychology of desire is ancient. What is fully possessed stops being wanted. This isn't cynical. This is human. There's a man, call him Daniel, 28 years old, by every traditional measure, a great boyfriend. Texted good morning every day, planned every date, never made her feel uncertain, never created distance, never had a moment where she thought, I wonder what he's thinking. And after 14 months, she sat across from him at a restaurant they both loved and said the words, I love you, but I'm not in love with you anymore. Daniel was devastated. He ran back through every memory trying to find the moment he failed. What he never understood, what nobody told him, is that his failure began with his consistency. Not because consistency is wrong, but because he had abandoned himself to provide it. His entire identity had quietly collapsed into hers. He had no edges, no resistance, no life that existed without her in it. He had become a mirror, and you cannot be attracted to your own reflection. Here's what neuroscience tells us about this. The brain's reward system is driven by dopamine, and dopamine is triggered not by what you have, but by what you're pursuing. Predictability kills dopamine. A man who is completely available, completely safe, completely readable gives the nervous system nothing to chase. The emotional equivalent of a blank wall. You don't stare at blank walls, you walk past them. But the scary part? Most men double down when they feel someone pulling away. They call more. They plan more. They try to solve the distance with more presence, and every single move accelerates the collapse. What actually works is counterintuitive. The man who pauses, who pulls back slightly, not as a game, but because he has somewhere else to be, something else to build, a life that doesn't wait for anyone. That man creates space, and into that space, curiosity floods in. This is where most men get it wrong. They hear pull back and think it means manipulation, playing games, being cold. It's none of those things. It's something far more fundamental. It's about having a self, a complete, occupied, directed self that cannot be fully possessed by anyone, because it's too busy being something. Marcus Aurelius didn't write about relationships, but he wrote something that applies: confine yourself to the present. The man who is obsessively focused on whether she texted back is not in the present. He's hostage to someone else's behavior. The man who is consumed by his own work, his own mission, his own becoming, he's completely in the present. And presence, real presence, is magnetic. Here's the twist most people miss. Being an unforgettable man is not about behavior strategies. It's not about texting less or showing interest less. It's about becoming someone whose time is genuinely valuable. Someone who has said no to so many distractions that his yes means something rare. A man who has developed standards, not from a script he read online, but from a deep understanding of what he will and won't accept. radiates something that cannot be faked. It's called self-respect. And self-respect changes the entire architecture of a relationship. Think about the men in your life, or in history, who command respect without demanding it. They don't beg for attention. They don't over-explain their decisions. They don't shrink in conflict or crumble under pressure. They are simply, quietly, unmovably themselves. And people orbit them. Women are drawn to them not because they're cruel or unavailable, but because they are complete. They don't need you to be whole. They want you. That's entirely different. So here is the brutal truth about being a good boyfriend. Good boyfriends are built from anxiety. They people-please because they are terrified of conflict. They overgive because they are terrified of inadequacy. They disappear into the relationship because they have no strong sense of who they are outside it. This isn't love. This is emotional dependency wearing love's clothes. And the person across from you, on some level, can feel the difference. What does an unforgettable man do differently? He builds something. He has a mission that existed before she arrived and will continue regardless of outcome. He speaks directly and without apology. He holds his standards the way he holds his spine, not aggressively, but as a natural part of his architecture. He creates space in the relationship for two people to exist, not one person absorbed into another. He can be fully present and fully separate at the same time. And when she tests him, because she will test him, every woman does, not out of manipulation, but out of deep biological wiring, searching for a man who won't collapse, he doesn't panic, he doesn't over-explain, he doesn't shrink. He stands in the discomfort like a man who has learned that discomfort is just the weight room of emotional mastery. Here's what changes when a man becomes this. The dynamic shifts without a single word. She notices something is different. She can't fully articulate it. She feels less certain, in a way that creates curiosity, not anxiety. She finds herself initiating, thinking about him more, reaching. And the man who once checked his phone 100 times a day, is barely aware of it, because he's busy. The world doesn't change when a man becomes unforgettable, but his experience of the world does. He stops negotiating for the basics: respect, desire, consideration. He stops making himself smaller to avoid conflict. He stops abandoning his own instincts to preserve someone else's comfort. He becomes, in the truest sense, free. And freedom, real masculine freedom, is the most attractive force on earth. You came here maybe because a relationship fell apart. Maybe because you're in one right now and something feels wrong and you can't name it. Maybe because you've been the best version of a good boyfriend and it still wasn't enough. The answer was never to be better at giving. It was to begin the harder, longer, more important work of becoming someone worth choosing, not from desperation, not from need, but from the quiet, unshakable certainty of a man who knows exactly who he is. Respect begins where desperation ends. Start there. If this landed, share it with a man who needs to hear it. And if you're ready to go deeper, the next video is already waiting for you.